Hola y bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Estamos aquí de vuelta con el directo, en este caso de Honkai Star Rail. Y bueno, ¿qué puedo deciros? Estamos aquí a punto de, yo creo que terminar, ¿no?, esta nueva misión principal de un gato entre palomas. Hemos avanzado bastante, aunque creo que quizás aún queda esto y otro, porque fijaos que hemos completado todo esto aquí. Y ahora nos encontramos en cuando el hotel cierra sus puertas. Básicamente, después de este punto, la historia se ha dividido un poquito en la trama de Aventurino, donde hemos visto el tema de la danza macabra y su indemnización doble con, en este caso, Sunday. Y por aquí, mientras, nuestro protagonista está aquí en el tema de cuando el hotel cierra sus puertas. Nos hemos reunido con nuestros amigos y parece que Topaz está aquí, así que vamos a venir, vamos a hablar con ella y a ver cómo continúa esta aventura. Dice que no estamos acostumbrados a trabajar con Aventurino. No lo estamos.
Just his style.
Todo
All
nada.
or nothing is his mantra. He's always cozying up to his clients while egging them on to undertake some dangerous assignment with him. But Aventurino's
dice que la suerte siempre ha sido buena y que siempre cierra todos los casos sin problemas. Básicamente nunca ha perdido una apuesta, vaya.
Basically never lost a gamble. Which is why on the issue of retaking Penacony, I'm...
Vale. La premisa es que nuestros intereses se alineen.
Of course. It's business after all. What's important is where you're seated at the table.
Eso sí que es verdad también.
As for the two cases, apologies, but I don't have much info on them either. All I can do is ask you to keep digging for more details.
Vale. Vamos a investigar. Ok, pues parece que con Topaz no podemos saber más, así que vamos a preguntar por pistas del sabueso.
We're carrying out our captain's orders. What do you want?
Averiguar cosas.
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify it now. We don't have time for anything else. Surveilling the IPC executive Topaz, ensuring that she stays put at the Reverie Hotel during her time on Penacony. We've got the right one this time.
So that's it. They were the pair who were after Firefly at the time.
¿Me recuerdan?
It's you again. Back for more trouble? We're not afraid of you this time.
Well, spit it out. Stop bothering us if you've nothing important.
So you know each other. Why do you keep running into people you've beaten up before?
Tengo asuntos pendientes con su capitán. ¿Dónde está?
That's right. We're investigating a murder for the family. Can we speak to your captain about the case?
Hey! The security officer instructed everyone to shut their traps before he returned from Dream's Edge.
Nada, parece que no le vamos a sacar nada.
What murder? You'd better stop spouting nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. We have nothing to report. Please.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate.
Vale, pues estos no van a cooperar, así que nada.
The captain is at Dream's Edge.
Why don't we just look for the security officer then? It's probably Gallaher, the one.
Vale, pues parece que tenemos que ir a reunirnos con Gallaher, así que vamos a venir para acá. Y ya sabéis un poquito cómo va esto. Venimos por aquí, nos metemos dentro de la bañera de los sueños, nos metemos en el momento dorado. Y parece que desde este momento vamos a poder averiguar cosillas.
I bet they're stumped by the case as well.
Oh, aquí hay nuevas cositas, por lo que veo, ¿no?
Gallaher. Where could he be?
To dream is effortless.
Jo, han cambiado cositas de aquí, Recoger. Pistas que reunió Claudia. Vale. Vale, Gallaher parece encontrarse aquí arriba, ¿no? Ahí está. ¡Hey, detective!
Apologies. The Bloodhound family
No nos
is
ha
running
dejado
an
pasar.
investigation up ahead. No unauthorized personnel allowed. Hold on a minute. I think I've seen you before. The gray-haired one.
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony?
Oye, que no es que haya causado problemas, pero bueno. Así es. Fui yo, relojito.
You think you look alike?
¿Qué tal si te muestro un truco reloj?
Wait, are you for real?
Not possible. It was you the last time yelling about some clockwork friendship while beating me up with that silver-haired girl. I'm not letting you get by this time. Please leave.
Tiene secuelas, desde el primer encuentro.
Huh? What kind of heinous crime
No he hecho
have you
nada.
committed?
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid your investigation.
Who exactly is this Gallaher you keep talking about? There've been a few people mentioning this name. Even the one with the gray hair.
He didn't send you all here?
It was the security officer who dispatched us?
He'll do. He's the one we've been looking for.
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed through. Everyone, please leave. There's really no need for us to make things difficult for each other, right?
We're really sorry for troubling you. Let's think of another way.
Pues nada,
Another way.
otra solución.
That's it. Didn't they say something about that? What was it? Clockwork? That got this guy to change his mind. Can you perform it again? That.
Y le cagamos la magia al relojito, en fin. Justo lo que estaba esperando.
Please?
Vamos allá. Te ha tocado, amigo.
Sorry, no can do. Everyone,
No te preocupes.
please leave.
Te voy a cambiar. Activar el truco reloj, hay que ponerlo de buen humor. Vamos a ajustar las emociones.
Let me. Whoa, time to clock out.
Y se va.
This clockwork trick of yours. It's kinda dangerous.
Puede ser, pero nos ha
At
permitido
least he
pasar.
won't be getting in our way again. Let's
Vale.
go find that Gallaher and ask.
Vale, vamos a preguntarle a Gallaher. Hola.
Huh. Oh, it's you guys. Welcome. Since you made it here, what can I do for you?
Mola bastante el diseño de
Hello,
Gallaher.
Mr. Gallaher, sir. Judging from your tone, it sounds like you were expecting us.
Miss Himiko.
Vale,
you're
sabe quién es
too
Kimiko,
polite.
así que nada.
There's no need to call me sir.
Mr. Gallaher, you even know my name.
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express and honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an encounter with this gentleman in the Golden Hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too. I'm sorry for what happened to that kid.
La familia nos ha pedido investigar este asunto.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallaher. The Express can't just overlook the death of that child. So we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it, in the hopes of getting justice for her.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
Why? What's wrong with the family?
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the family. No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Mr. Gallaher seems to be getting at something.
But you got it wrong. I'm not. You want to discuss the case? Sure. Come with me. This is not a good place to talk. Let's go elsewhere.
Vale. Parece que nosotros entonces vamos a buscar
Even
pistas
after
de
that
Gallaher.
chilling tragedy, this
Vale,
dream
aquí está
is
Welt.
still running effortlessly. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's
Buah, esto de Welt y
hard to
Acheron me está
imagine
rayando
any other
mucho,
power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles.
Interesting analogy.
Vale.
Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for so long.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the divine.
Aquí habla de los límites del cuerpo humano y divino,
That
gente.
doesn't sound like the kind
Hey,
of comment a
bienvenido.
Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst. As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss,
Vaya.
death looms as the inevitable conclusion.
A ver, es lo que os digo, está aquí el
Also,
tema de
this
Acheron,
necrosis will
yo creo que es al
diffuse
final
and
una
spread.
pieza importante en esta
One piece
partida.
of the puzzle's mutation will
Y se nota,
eventually cause the entire building to shake, break.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them. I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron.
Vale, Welt le pregunta de si puede compartir los hallazgos con él.
Of course.
Pero ya sabéis que ya no logra recordar todo, pero bueno, parece que van a... Acheron habla mientras su mano descansa solamente sobre la empuñadura de la espada.
Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful.
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony.
Vale. Acerca del momento de la
The
aurora.
moment of daybreak. I've heard that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Behind the dreamscape song and dance stand many
Dice que se encuentran muchas fábricas de imaginación y que los trabajadores crean todo tipo de obras caprichosas día a día en sus sueños. Luego regresan a la realidad y duermen sobre una estrecha cama en una habitación. Nada que ver con una habitación de lujo. Dice que eso es suficiente.
Experiencing the
Vale.
bizarre and motley dreamscape is the best reward. There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age. The perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her
Vale.
greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see the magnificent garments she had woven with her own hands. For certain reasons, her wish was difficult to fulfill.
Acerca del momento Waldo.
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency center.
Yes, it is a fortress-like financial city. The economic heart.
Vale, esto es lo de los pepesanos de la familia Alfalfa,
The
¿no?
Pepeshi
Que lo
people
mantienen. Es
of
como
the
el banco de
Alfalfa
aquí.
family are there to keep it running. Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry. The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their... I've never met anyone who is willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel. I don't know if they would open the
Bueno,
forest
pues
door,
nada.
but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way, unfazed.
Acerca del momento azul.
I hear the Blue Hour is very romantic. Do you have any tales to share?
Perhaps Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Eventide, anchored along the Sea of Dreams, where soft music and dancing persist endlessly every night. I ran into a wizened
Vale.
lady there. She was at the dock, waiting for her long-departed lover to return, waiting for countless hours within time that stood still. In the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams.
Vaya,
Alas,
qué triste
her
todo, tío.
lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the Sea of Dreams. Finally, she suggested
nada.
we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. Finally, we retreated to the beach.
Momento del
The
ocaso.
dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism.
Esto es el del
the
consumismo,
moment
efectivamente.
of dusk.
Then you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust and betting it. I saw an Intellitron there,
Vale.
who was preparing to auction himself. When someone wins a bid under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding. That Intellitron had been auctioned off a dozen times, and I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. This time around, there were no successful bids for him.
Eso es todo.
This is what I've seen and heard along the way.
Bueno. Poca broma, pero...
Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago. Nor should it be. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities. Watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people. Where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Miss Acheron, now it's my turn to share a story with you.
¡Ojo!
There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain,
¿Va a contar lo del
made
Honkai
a
Star?
choice. He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual atom. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence. As a price, those who found it hard to move forward, who could not advance, forever lost their future. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual atom became unbreakable.
And yet, you stand here right now, which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the
Ya sabéis
future.
que en el Honkai
Even
Star,
if human
Himeko
weaknesses make them
muere
pause when they
y
truly
Welt se va
cannot
básicamente a
move
otro
forward,
mundo para
humanity
estar con otra
will
Himeko, básicamente,
eventually
que es lo que
seek a
es la
way
Himeko que
to
está aquí con
save
él.
itself. And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea. And after that, countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I, too, have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces.
Madre mía, está esta conversación interesante entre Acheron y
Witnessing their
Welt.
destinies follow paths similar to mine.
Buah.
So I will tell you, even if not completely similar, the story you just told, it overlaps with my past. And within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life. Alone. I am not who you think I am. Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss Acheron. Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy. They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took to the sky, attempting to touch its ceiling, all because the sun was there. Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness? Then why, exactly, do we even walk towards the light?
Vale, parece que damos otro salto temporal. Aquí está Cisne Negro. Me está molando mucho cómo están contando esto, A ver.
Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony? Acheron.
¿Quién es esta voz?
Voice. It's not Constance.
¿No es Constanza? ¿Será su acompañante?
Though I don't know exactly what you are, my bullets will find you.
Balas.
Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Ojo.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard?
Manía, ¿este es un vaquero, un cowboy o qué?
It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean and wait for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy
Vale, le va a preguntar
Ranger?
algo.
Yeah.
Are you asking me to write your will?
La voz misteriosa, o sea, hay más gente todavía aquí involucrada, ojo.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you?
Madre mía.
Sure. Heck, never thought I'd come across an ally. What a stroke of luck. Well, I'll be on Penacony soon. Memo keeper, go buy a bottle of Hesdana's white oak and warm it up, and I'll raise a glass to you. That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure, you best get a chair and take a seat. That woman, named Acheron, is an emanator who should not exist.
Vale, o sea, dice que es una emanadora, ¿no? Pues esto, lo que os digo, no ha acabado. Parece que ahora vamos a Aventurino y Ratio otra vez, ¿no?
You look pale. Or is that also part of your act?
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
I thought this was exactly what you wanted. After all, I
¿Ves? Era
faithfully
todo parte de un
fulfilled
plan
my
de él,
duties
estaba
as you
clarísimo.
instructed. Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
So, The genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my undertaker now.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
Vale, es el que se encarga de esto, ¿no?
Great. Then tell your
Vale,
people
Aventurino le dice que
Aventurino
diga a
is
su
ready
gente
to
que
go
Aventurino
in
está listo para irse en
17
17 horas del sistema.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by the Harmony?
Well, my conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. That they hold the secrets of Penacony. I even managed to
Pues
recover
nada,
the
parece que
gift
tiene el
money.
dinero del regalo, así que nada, todo va bien.
Things
Para él
haven't
todo va
gone
bien,
this
me encanta.
smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Reverie. Now I'm only one step away from victory.
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that you failed.
That's all I can say. Have you forgotten, Doctor? You betrayed me.
Okay.
Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony. You've achieved what you desired, haven't you?
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceal an orbital support beacon in that gift money bag?
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when I'm about to bite the dust.
You are indeed a gambler.
Bueno, eso se lo han dicho muchas veces.
Fine.
Vale, Doctor Ratio le da
Here, take this.
algo raro.
Open it when you're
Una
on
especie
your
de frasco,
last
¿no?
legs.
Dice que se lo tome cuando esté en las
You'll
últimas y que
thank
se lo
me.
agradecerá.
What's this?
¿Una receta médica?
Medical advice?
Ha desaparecido Ratio.
You catch on pretty fast, Doctor. Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical of you. But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway, it's just as I guessed it would be. As for now, let the rain of wealth from the IPC fall evenly on everyone.
Vale. Ok, tenemos la perspectiva de un mediocre. En fin. Para Ícaro, ¿no? Entiendo que esto, ahora mismo, estamos en la perspectiva de Aventurino, ¿no? Entonces, esto debería ser la última parte de la misión ya. Aquí estamos en Paraíso Terrenal, correcto. Y aquí, pues, como lo podemos ver, ¿no? Ah, no, vale. Aún quedan cositas por hacer. Vale, o sea, hemos terminado cuando el hotel cierra sus puertas. Ahora viene Paraíso Terrenal. Y entiendo que luego tendremos aquí algo más para ir terminando esto. Pues nada, vamos a ver qué aventuritas tocan. Ok, pues ha llegado el momento de continuar en este caso la aventurita de nuestro amigo. Hay que distribuir las gemas y pedir pistas sobre los polizones. Así que vamos a hablar con la Rose.
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the song of beauty alive in the cosmos?
Toma estas joyas, son para ti.
Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger like me?
Well, you see, I can't bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffering.
Este tío miente fatal, ¿eh?
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. Oh, by the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter
¿Pero qué dice el rayado
collecting
este?
ghost stories in Penacony. As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the reality hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up. It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but Luckily, the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family, after all.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end.
Vale.
I can feel something inside my head.
Vale, la armonía está afectando. Vamos a hablar con este hombre. Chabro.
The world has truly lost its way.
Toma, estas joyas son para ti. Es que imaginad la cuestión. O sea, llega este tío y dice, toma joyas. Te quedas un poco como, what the... ¿Qué está pasando?
This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have some cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right? You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
Oh, a great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death, huh? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't think you're the first one who's ever thought of that idea. Death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Oh, but what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut. And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights. The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
Is that all?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk groundbreaking.
Estoy flipando como estáis poniendo las cositas en el chat y tenéis razón, ¿eh?
What a joke. Well, I'll leave you be then. I hope you have a wonderful day. A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the memory zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death.
Vale, parece que la voz se acerca, ¿no? Tenemos que seguir dando... ¡Bochi! Podría ser Boichi, el de... el de Sunken, tío, estaría guay, ¿eh? Bueno. Dice que se quiere convertir en poeta. Mangaka, tío, mangaka. Tienes nombre de mangaka. Toma estas joyas para ti.
You're giving these gems to me? Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's enough. This is just a dream after all.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Oh? Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the Devil of Soul Glad.
The Devil of Soul Glad? Care to elaborate?
Yeah. It's a seahorse with a long neck. They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones who are passed out on the side of the road.
Bueno, dice gracioso, pero está en plan de ¿qué está pasando aquí? Vale, aquí el tema aventurino es que está sufriendo, ¿no? Lo de...
Everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family.
¡Ojo!
Darn it.
De los sabuesos.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember that the hounds are always ready to help.
Vale. Toma, estas joyas son para ti, amigo. Vale, dice que se queda ahí rayado, ¿no?
If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have them wake you up forcefully.
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right then. If you ever need help,
dice que le prestas ayuda a los sabuesos. Me mola mucho el logo del lobo, del perro ahí con la luna, ¿eh?
Actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound in Penacony, have you come across any stowaways recently?
Stowaways? How could there be stowaways in Penacony? We've never had anything like that before.
All right. Good luck with your work then. What was I even thinking? Family would never share intel with the IPC.
Vale. Tenemos que dar todavía más gemas. A ver, el plan de aventurino como siempre es bastante arriesgado, pero hay que ver qué pasa, ¿eh? Aquí está Barl, dice, ¿quieres hablar conmigo? Toma, estas joyas son para ti, vamos a full. ¿No se lo cree? Sí, tómalo, tómalo. Bueno, pues nada, el tío este sorprende. Quiero preguntarte algo, dice Aventurino. Le pregunta si ha escuchado hablar de la muerte en el paisaje onírico.
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right?
Not enough credits left? Where do I recharge?
Vamos a jugar a ver qué pasa. Es aventurino, ¿no? Yo lo siento, pero no tiene tanta suerte aventurino.
You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay?
Toma estas joyas, son para ti. Esto es muy raro, tíos. Es que es lo que os digo. Están aquí repartiendo joyas desde... Bueno.
So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale, handing out his gold leaf garment and melting his red
¿Príncipe del
heart in
cuento?
fire?
I'm flattered.
Ah, vale, vale, vale.
No,
Digo,
prince.
me he quedado en plan de...
I just
¿Has escuchado
thought
hablar
these
sobre la
gems would
muerte?
help you.
Another curious soul.
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid.
Ojo.
I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
En fin.
Guess she's got a point.
Gracias por
Thank you
compartir.
for sharing.
Pues nada, parece que por aquí las cosas siguen igual, ¿no?
Devil of Soul Glad. Dangers in the dream. And...
Vale, aquí hay otra pepesiana. Oh, oh.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers.
Espera, espera, espera. ¿Esta es?
Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell
Sparkle!
of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
La bufona enmascarada, vaya.
Fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's
Bueno,
death,
por lo menos
right?
Aventurino sabe un poco la trama que está viendo aquí. Es que está, de verdad, es lo que decís, o sea, se le han currado tanto el tema de Honkai que esta historia atrapa muchísimo.
And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the
Se acerca la verdad.
Right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All
Buena
part
pregunta.
of the act.
Actuación, cebo para bufones.
Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around.
Why should I help you?
Bueno,
Don't you want to see
la
Pentagon
cosa está on fire.
descend into chaos?
Una respuesta a una pregunta.
I can make that happen. Did you really mean Robin?
El cuervo.
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool.
¿Vale?
Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a
No aprendí nada
fancy
hasta
way
ahora.
of
Bueno,
saying
Sparkle
I
vacilando como
haven't learned
siempre.
anything so far.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16, ¿no?
16, Te quedan 16 horas.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured destruction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right?
¿Qué quiere decir, chat? ¿Qué quiere decir en este caso lo de volar Colonipenal? Esto me acaba de petar la cabeza.
Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Madre mía, esto se complica por momentos. La trama está muy top, O sea, cuando aquí tengamos el paroncito, voy a sufrirlo.
By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of. But it's good to hear that he's still here.
Bueno, sabemos, por lo menos Aventurino va consiguiendo la información que buscaba, algo es algo. Pero es lo que digo, esto es probablemente hasta ahora lo más complejo que hemos visto en Honkai en cuanto a una trama. O sea, hay muchas fuerzas, está la Federación, están los Cazadores de Estelarón, está la familia, están los Anónimos y todo esto está colisionando de una manera muy bien hecha, Bueno.
Press the button.
Adiós, bufona.
Light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me.
Adiós, bufona.
Catch you later.
Bueno, hasta luego. Vale.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just don't let me down now, okay?
Bueno. Aquí todo el mundo tiene su plan. Es lo que os digo, es que no se entiende una pieza, ¿eh? ¿Y esto?
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm.
Qué guapo, ¿no? Es aventurino de joven, digo yo.
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sigonian hound. The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves. Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are the real deal.
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a good product.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like you. But you look good. And that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on
Es que es muy triste, la pobre historia de Aventurino. O sea, es lo que os digo, es un personaje que no me llama la atención en cuanto a diseño, pero sí que en cuanto a lore, el gameplay es muy bueno, ya lo hemos visto, o sea... ¿Cuánto pagaste? Le pregunta.
My price.
Le pregunta cuánto pagó por él.
You really want to know?
60 tambas.
It was 60 tanba.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba. Deal?
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts. Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're not
Mira, este es otro malo. Este tiene que haber acabado, os lo digo ya.
You're just a chip.
Es que lo está tratando como una moneda de cambio, como lo peor que te pueden tratar como persona. O sea, es increíble, es lo que decís, ¿eh? O sea... Pero es que es esto, es lo que digo. Esta crudeza, esto que mezcla la parte tan feliz de Colonipenal con estas movidas. Uf, yo creo que es un poco lo que te indica, ¿no? La magnitud de Honkai y de su historia. Ya lo vimos con Dangen cuando se hizo Inhibitor Luna y nos dejó a todos en plan de ¿what? Y ok, parece que ahora sí que sí, regresamos al Trazacaminos. ¡Hey, Gallaher!
Some friends from the old days.
Vale, este es Siobhan, ¿no? Ah, esta es la zona que estaba vacía, el bar de terrores. Esto ya estaba en la anterior versión, ¿eh? La verdad que no había nadie. Vale, tiene de todo menos feliz alma. Oye, el diseño mola mucho, ¿eh? Creo que es Serval.
Who's Serval? Will you introduce me to her?
Oops. She's heard us.
Se parece mucho, ¿no? Vale, él sale a cargo del bar.
And I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar,
bebidas especiales.
Special drinks.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Pues nada.
Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy. The discussion might take quite some time. So I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you.
In the bar?
Why, we're in a dream, my love.
Ah, vale. Estamos en un sueño.
You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more
than
just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere. Master technique. Spin a tale of
a ver, Gallaher me lo tengo que sacar, ¿eh? O sea, me flipa mucho el rollo detective ahí en plan de... Me da igual todo, pero soy el mejor en lo que hago, ¿sabes?
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck. so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Ok, bueno, pues gente, yo creo que estamos llegando al final de todo esto. ¿Por qué se amotinan las gentes? Lo que os digo, aquí estamos de nuevo en la perspectiva cambiada de Trazacaminos, con su crónica y demás. Y ahora lo que os iba a decir, yo creo que si no me equivoco, ¿no? En este caso, en ramificaciones de destino, esto debería ser el final de Un gato entre palomas, ¿no? Espera. Todavía queda algo de otro personaje, ¿eh? O sea, esto es que se le han currado mucho esta trama. Me mola muchísimo. ¿A vosotros qué os está pareciendo? Voy un momento a contestar a eso que estáis poniendo. Vale, pues vamos hacia atrás y lo que os digo, parece que esto aún continúa, ¿eh? Ojo que aquí lo bueno es que te dan unas cuantas buenas recompensas y eso viene bien. Hay una cosa que me estabais diciendo, voy a coger ya, antes de que se me olvide. Regalos festivos, que hoy tocan 4. Son 30 tiradas, tíos. Es que lo conté mal encima. O sea, es que son... Aquí son 20 con el evento este. 20 tiraditas guapas, fáciles ahí para celebrar. Es lo que os digo, es que esto es muy, muy top. Luego tenemos aquí anécdotas entre copas. ¿Esto qué es? Otro evento, tío. Buah, es que se han currado muchísimo todo, ¿eh? O sea, fijaos que tenemos la misión de Trazacaminos, tenemos todo esto. O sea, literal, ¿alguien se esperaba que fuera a currarse tanto las Actus? O sea, es que me parece brutal, o sea, os lo digo en serio. Entre el primer aniversario y todo hay muchísimas cosas que hacer. Reúne los ingredientes, vale, para las bebidas. Vamos a continuar esto, sí, me pongo on fire. A ver.
Check out this bottle. The liquid inside looks half an amber era ago.
Media era del ámbar.
Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's...
A ver. Quizás no le haya caducado aún.
The syrup is turned...
Did you find the bottle of syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream, and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a...
Then we'll keep it for now.
Vale, no tiene pinta de estar muy bueno. Es el típico bourbon jarabe de dulces sueños. Bueno, vamos a ver, aquí hay algo yo creo que más importante.
Hey,
fichas.
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus with Siobhan.
Solo puedo imaginar lo intensa que debió de ser esa escena.
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat.
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
Pues vamos allá.
That's quite a stash.
Tenemos la receta todo o
Sure
nada.
if it's enough.
Investigamos aquí, ahí está Jimeco.
Soul Glad, but I thought they didn't sell Soul Glad at the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice, it's still fizzy and has a long shelf life. That's possible. You see Soul Glad everywhere these days, so it wouldn't be a surprise if someone brought a bottle here. Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar?
It's all about the bartender's pride. It wouldn't make sense for customers to come here.
Vale,
and
entiendo.
order drinks they can't
Es una
find
falta de
anywhere
respeto
else.
al bar, al
That's the
barman,
mindset
a la barman.
You're
Tienes razón,
right,
Jimeco. Como siempre, no nos falla. Vale, receta de feliz alma clásica. Parece que ya está. ¡Hey! ¿Ahí hay un pepesiano?
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amagi? The Dream Jolt Hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris stage, not for
¿El
this
qué?
rundown shack.
Pero ya se sabe lo que viene en la siguiente versión.
We'll become the top
A ver.
of Penacony, a shining light into
En la siguiente
every corner
versión,
of the
vale.
dreamscape.
En la 2.2 hablo, O sea, en la 2.2 han dicho que viene
Need you.
Robin de personaje, viene Boothill, que
As
es
you
el
see, I'm
cazador
entertaining my
que hemos
guests.
visto, entiendo, en lo de Cisne Negro por el tema de lo de las
Don't make me
pistolas.
repeat myself.
Tiene un diseño que me flipa bastante. Y luego se supone que viene para desbloquear
If you don't come along,
de nuestro Trazacaminos
I'll just
una
sit
nueva, en
and
este caso la
not
armonía,
go
la vía de la armonía.
anywhere
Eso es lo que se supone que viene en la 2.0. O sea, la 2.2, perdón. Es lo que yo sé, o sea, no...
Sweet. With extra ice.
No sé si es leak, o sea, es que empezaron a rular la imagen con los materiales. Y la verdad que sorprendió bastante porque, a ver, a mí me gusta que te vayan diciendo algo de personajes porque, por ejemplo, a ver, aquí está Acheron, que yo la quiero sí o sí. Creo que en la segunda parte, ¿no?, de esta versión nos viene Aventurino. Justo lo que estaba esperando. Vamos a usarlo. Pero claro, yo por ejemplo a Acheron la quiero sí o sí. O sea, me flipa el diseño del personaje. Me encanta.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with no customers whatsoever.
Vale. Vamos a entrar en su pensamiento. Tiene calma, ¿no? Vale. ¡Ira!
Those darn Irish jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here, running this pesky bar.
¡Tejemanejes!
I get it now. She's not leaving because she doesn't want to run into them again. I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor. I'll go back and write a letter to the Dream Master exposing the crimes.
Madre mía, por fin se revelan cosillas,
family.
Esto está muy interesante, vale. Hemos visto que esto no ha funcionado mucho.
I just don't get why she won't leave this.
Vamos a intentar otra cosa, ¿vale? Ira, no felicidad. A ver si la felicidad te ayuda.
The crowd is going wild. Applause
a ver, es que ¿qué queréis que haga? Es en plan de, ¿pero qué está pasando? Tiradiñas, vas a hacer tiradiñas. Va, después de terminar todo esto, cuando terminemos la historia nueva, me hago unas tiradiñas de Acheron ahí por vosotros. No me va a salir, saqué a Sparkle, saqué a el crack de melena blanca, así que lo tengo complicado, ya os lo digo. Tengo como, no sé cuántos deseos tengo, la verdad. 60 o así creo que tenía. Vale. Pues nada, picasoda de uva blanca en sus copas y vamos a ver qué pasa aquí, ¿no? Objeto conseguido. Picasoda de uva blanca. Vale. Vamos a intentar con la última emoción, en este caso la tristeza.
It's ridiculous, right? Our paths were never.
Bueno, nos hemos pasado. Me siento mal, con lo del truco reloj. ¿Vas a hacerla? ¿Hay nuevas misiones secundarias? Habrá que hacerlas. Estoy enganchadísimo a Honkai Bros. Me quiero pasar rápido lo de esta versión, por lo que digo, quiero intentar, antes de que salga la 2.2, levear muchos personajes, preparar todo y sobre todo completar cosas del tema de Belobog. Quiero terminarme todo lo que hay de Belobog ya, incluso si me da tiempo ponerme con lo del UFO de Xianzu. Estaría bastante guay. Es una aventura que estoy disfrutando un mogollón, gente, y este de Colonipenal de verdad me ha sorprendido mucho. Es que me acuerdo del momento en el que te estrellas contra el suelo cuando caes el sueño y dices ¡wow! ¡Qué cinemáticas! ¡Qué todo! Lo de Luciérnaga, es que de verdad, o sea, si ya me gustaba el juego, esta versión ha sido desde la 2.0. Esto me tiene atrapadísimo, bros. O sea, atrapadísimo. ¿Crees que se pueden seguir superando? Yo creo que sí, o sea, es lo que os digo, a ver. Honkai. Yo veo una cosa muy importante, ahora luego lo comentaré, el tema de la diferencia entre Genshin y Honkai. Honkai es lo que Joyoverse yo creo que más va a mimar siempre, porque es lo que os digo, es una saga que en el Honkai Star Rail lo hemos podido ver, ¿no? El cariño que le dan y es como su bebé. O sea, y Honkai Star Rail obviamente continúa esa trama, ¿no? Continúa esas cosillas y eso está bastante bien. ¿Quieres que se lo entregue, eh? Bueno, pues nada.
That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallaher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
Vale. Sigue reuniendo ingredientes para las bebidas. ¿Hay algo más? Si me sale eso es que tiene que haber algo, ¿no? Gallaher.
That being said, mixing a drink is way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients, toss them in a glass, mix it up, and it's done. So go ahead, explore the bar, and bring me any ingredients you prefer.
Ya reuní todos los ingredientes.
Nice work. Let me take a look. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now take your pick. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste.
El jarabe.
You won't find a sweeter drink anywhere in Penacony. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should... This is the most pungent adjunct we had. Before Mikhail left, the wrinkles at the corners of his eyes had deepened like knife cuts. He mumbled, his breath too weak to climb
Qué filosófico
up
aquí
his
el crack,
throat.
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration.
Espera, ¿y Mirko conoce a
Which style do you
Mikhail?
prefer?
¿Es uno de los
Anything you need,
de
I've got it.
Expreso que vinieron aquí? Vale. La señal de
Symbol
Hanu.
of bravery and dauntlessness. Well, it's done.
¡Vamos allá!
Here's to you, sober one, with this glass of a dream within a dream. To our forebears who dug their own grave.
Well done, Gallaher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors. They're way more sophisticated than Soul Glad.
The richness and layers
Bueno,
of
no
these
les ha molado,
flavors
les ha
are a
molado,
masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts.
Buah, os digo,
I can
la vuelta tengo ya un
taste
poco
the
de tanto
spicy
rato,
and
pero es que ha sido una
sour
locura de
notes
directo,
with
bros.
a
Y
hint of sweetness.
tengo que agradecerlo, pero somos
I'm not
340, hemos bajado un poquito,
entirely
sí,
sure what it
no
all
pasa
means.
nada. Estamos ahí a
Maybe
tope
Mr.
y
Gallaher
eso es lo
can
importante.
shed some light
Muchísimas
on it.
gracias por estar aquí conmigo, muchísimas gracias por todo lo que estáis poniendo en
Well,
el
if
chat,
you're
sois los
expecting a
mejores.
profound
Bros.
answer, the imagery it implies is pretty straightforward.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that, Mikhail?
Mikhail.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name.
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case. And of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail.
Vale.
All right.
Vale.
Let's start with what we know based on
Empecemos
the
con lo que
clues
sabemos
the
según las
family
pistas
has.
que tiene la familia. Parece que
Seems
Luciérnaga
the
no es de por
Firefly
aquí ni es una
isn't a
invitada, en
local
otras palabras,
or an
es una
invited
polizona.
guest. She managed to fool me at first.
Dice que consiguió engañarlo a su edad no le ayuda, pero aquí en el planeta de las celebraciones los polizones son algo común. Tarde o temprano te encontrarás con uno.
You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds
Los
wasted
abuelos
no
no perdieron el
time
tiempo y comenzaron a
searching
buscar a la
for that
chica
girl in
tanto
both
en el
the
paisaje onírico
dreamscape
como en la
and
realidad.
reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Vaya, o sea, de haberse parecido sin dejar rastro. ¿La muerte la erradicó?
That's impossible. The problem now is not that she's dead, but that it's as if she had never existed in the first place. Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Vale, o sea, están igual de
Dealt with
desconcertados que
before.
nosotros.
So, death does happen in Penacony.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand
El verdadero
the true
problema de la familia.
problem with the family.
A ver.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right?
Ojo.
Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible.
El legado del relojero.
Find the legacy
¿Por qué
of the
dormita la vida?
watchmaker, Father.
Palabras exactas.
Hey, why are you laughing?
Es muy poético.
Wait, did you write it?
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family
ya
and the
ahí estamos entrando en
watchmaker
materia,
isn't
gente.
as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The
Vale.
family is considered the watchmaker.
La familia considera entonces al relojero como un enemigo, vale.
But the hounds haven't been able to track him
Parece que lo
down,
están buscando.
as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity
O
to
sea, ellos quieren
expose the
desenmascararlo.
watchmaker.
Vale.
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the Land of the Dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony. And he's...
Pero, ¿qué tiene que ver eso con Mikhail?
You don't get it? Well,
Mikhail es el
I mean,
relojero, ¿no?
Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker.
What? Creo que todo a cambio de personaje. ¿Puede ser? Un tiempo después, a ver.
Here we are. Clock Studios theme park. Most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Oh, esto es nuevo, ¿no?
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the watchmaker?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macrovoid.
Vale.
Prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique
Los sueños
phenomenon.
se entrecruzaron y
The
superpusieron.
dreams of, but everything has a price, and sweet dreams
Vale.
are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. He is Hanu.
Hanu.
The great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker. And
Entonces, ¿el personaje de Hanu está basado en Hanu Nue?
history is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
Uf, esto está demasiado top,
There
vale.
are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just
Vale.
received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
Mira. Hola. Aquí está un pajarito afortunado, lo tenemos. Adiosín. Puzzle de relojito. Vamos con el minutero. Me flipa esto, gente. Está muy top. Vale. Es que me falla algo y... A ver, con este no puedo hacer nada, ¿no? O sea, sí, lo subo aquí. Ahí está, ¿no? A ver, es que lo que se me ocurre es... Si yo este lo paso aquí... Este lo paso aquí... Este no llega, ¿no? Y este se queda bloqueado. No sé qué hay que hacer aquí, ¿eh? O sea, literal. Esto no va más para allá. A ver. Y si lo que hago es... O sea, yo pongo esto aquí. No, así se atasca, ¿no? Esto aquí. Entonces esto se atasca, claro, no. Y ahora sí, ¿no? Me ha costado que flipas este, os lo digo en serio. O sea, no lo he visto hasta ahora. Estaba petándome la cabeza y digo, ¿qué? Ahí está, vale. No ha sido difícil, pero sí, o sea, me ha costado un poquito, ¿eh? Este ha sido el verdadero reto de Colonipenal, chavales. A ver.
So many of them.
¿Puedes convencerlos de que nos dejen entrar?
We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted. Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation.
Vale, quiere que hablemos.
View here is great, right? Including Clocky.
Relojito.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality,
El relojero.
in the animation, he's Hanu's partner and
Os recuerdo que estamos viendo a Relojito, o sea, poca broma.
Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him, so maybe he inherited the title.
How old are you now, Mr. Officer?
I'm 13.
No way. Not even close.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Asdana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No. I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to... Mikhail.
¿Cómo que ha traicionado? A ver, ¿qué hiciste?
I did nothing. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves.
Vale, o sea, la familia Roble les había tendido una trampa.
Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. While they continue to praise the watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, but we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted.
Ostras, chaval, cuánta profundidad la historia. Es lo que os digo. Analizad todo lo que hemos visto desde aquí. Desde un mundo onírico de sueños, de cosas bonitas, a... hemos pasado por asesinatos, investigación. Esto está siendo demasiado, ¿eh?
Supposedly as a form of forgiveness. I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when I realized that the
o sea, han oído que él murió en la oscuridad, o sea, vale.
Never return.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story.
Apparently someone has
vale. O sea, el relojero original ha muerto. Pero alguien está trabajando en secreto contra la familia todo este tiempo. ¿Quién podría ser?
Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or so. Do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. We will find the answers we are seeking.
Vale.
If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Something just happened at the theme park.
Está llorando.
How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways rejected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several...
Bueno. Esto está muy
Gallaher
top.
does have a troubled past, it seems.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker.
Esto me ha molado,
the family and the power struggles hidden behind sweet dreams and death.
Vale. Relojito está basado en el relojero. Yo lo veo, así que me da igual lo que digáis. Eso es todo.
Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions, let's take a moment to think about the clues we have.
Vale, quiere que le mandemos un mensajito a Welt. Entiendo que él será preguntar por Welt. Él será el con el que veamos el final, ¿no? Señor Young, nuestra investigación ha llegado a su fin. ¿Cómo van las cosas por allá? Nada mal, la vigilante de la galaxia y yo coincidimos en que la familia podría estar ocultando información importante. Estamos en el camino al pabellón del rocío matutino. ¿Acheron? ¿Aventurino no dijo que era peligrosa? Me ha asegurado de que esté de nuestro lado. No te preocupes, espera un momento, por favor. Te avisaré en cuanto descubra algo. Vale, yo creo que aquí se viene... ¡Oh! Se viene Acheron. Se viene cambiando la perspectiva de Acheron.
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress.
Vale.
Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Delight
chavales.
Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
Vale. Esto yo creo que va a ser el final, ¿eh? O sea, corazón revelador. O sea, aquí estamos ahora con Acheron. Esto es lo que os digo, va a ser el final de esta saga. Voy a cortar, o sea, no voy a, vamos a acabar, pero me refiero, voy a cortar aquí para que tengamos un vídeo con todo lo que hemos averiguado. Y ahora pues la parte de Acheron, que sea el gran final, ¿no? De todo esto. ¿Qué queréis que os diga? Me ha flipado, me está flipando la historia, está muy top, mola muchísimo. Así que nada, espero que me dejéis en comentarios qué tal os está pareciendo. Y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo con más Honkai Star Rail. Hasta la próxima.